Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Antisocial Fat Man, and tonight we are in a match with EveElleQueen, Icon Legend. Of course, we're playing as the Pinhead. I mean, the Cenobite. Whatever, he's Pinhead. Let's just get that out of the way. For add-ons, I'm using the eerie add-on called Engineer's Fang, which allows you to injure a healthy survivor with his hook, which is a fantastic add-on. I also use the add-on which decreases the amount of time before a chain hunt begins, but unfortunately I didn't realize that only reduces it from 90 seconds down to 75, which is... Oh, hi EveElle, how you doing, Queen? Give me that box. My box. Stop touching my box. Ooh. She is a slippery one. Oh my god. I don't know why behavior makes it so hard to go around the side of that tractor, but whatever. Girl, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Give me that box. Oh, big mistake. I love Pinhead's animations. They're so good. Oh. Could you imagine if they updated like the older killers to have slightly more bespoke animations? Oh my goodness. That would add so much to the game. I'd live for it. A hook for you, my dear. And I saw like one survivor around. I think it was the Kate. Or was it the Jane? I think it was the Kate. So I'm using for my perks Corrupt Intervention, which is basically my favorite killer perk in the whole game. Someone's touching my box again. Let's go get him. Oh, it's Kate. Hi, Kate. Damn it. I think his lunge is broken on the PTB. I've heard various reports that like his lunge doesn't work. I don't know. Also, I feel like maybe his gateway is reliant on your internet connection. I live in the UK, they're all from America, and that gateway thing looks really glitchy. Hi, Kate. Goodbye, Kate. Down you go. Unfortunately, she glitched herself into a position where you can't pick her up. Behavior frickin' fix this shit. But she also refused to move, which is unfortunate. Kind of unsportsmanlike for a TTV, let's just say that and leave it there. His gateway, definitely a power to get used to. It's in a bad position. So, it basically has kind of the skill ceiling of Nurse, but the payoff is worse than Clowns. So... yeah. Checking on the Claudette, see if she's moved. She knows that she's in a glitch spot and refuses to move. I think that's kind of, well, bad behavior, but you know. Yeah, his gateway is a tricky one. They need to buff it. It's too weak currently. It's worse than Clown. Because it's a slowdown, essentially. The problem with it is that the survivors can break free from the chains easily enough as it is. I think it's half a second per chain. But the chains also break on the environment. They also break if Pinhead himself walks into them. I don't know why Behavior thought that was a good idea. I don't think any of us know why behavior does the things to do. But there you go. Hopefully that will change. I have, I've heard that Pinhead's already received some kind of changes since then. So we'll see. See, there, I think that should have hit. I think his lunge really is just a bug. Don't know how they managed to do that, to be quite honest with you, but there you go. His hook has like the control of Hillbilly's chainsaw, which is really awkward to control. So you have like a Nurse blink, and then a Hillbilly like chainsaw. Two moderately difficult things to do. And then, like I said, the payoff if you do happen to hit is a clown bottle, but not as good. So yeah, we don't like that one. So yeah, we just don't like that. No, it needs to hold survivors for longer. I personally would make it so that it doesn't break on the environment, but that's just me. It definitely shouldn't break when Pinhead walks through it. That's definitely a tweak they need to make. There is an add-on which I probably should have used. Actually, I don't know what it is called. It's the... Basically, it just makes more chains spawn if the survivors try and break them on the environment. That should just be base kit. Let's just put that out there right now. I got you, Queen. Let's Mori her. Oh yes, this is a wonderful Mori. It's the best Mori in the game. I won't hear any argument about that. It is the best one. Bye. I love that Mori. I love you, Evelle. Mwah. As I said, she is an icon legend. Let's kill Kate. This was a really fun match. Other than the Claudette's little... But apart from that, I had a lot of fun. Trying to get used to his gateway is a bit of an issue. It needs to be tweaked. I don't know how many different ways I can say that, but it really does. It needs to be changed. For how difficult it is to use... whoop. The payoff is just terrible. So hopefully behavior will address that in the future. You know, we can only hope. They've likely made some changes already. Whether or not they're good changes or not, who knows? I've heard people whine about Pinhead's perks, like they're overpowered. Girl, please. They're very interesting. But none of them are overpowered. His Scourge Hook concept is fairly neat. I don't necessarily know if his Scourge Hook perk is good or not. It's basically Sloppy Butcher, but on hooks. I could imagine that being really good on like Cannibal, Hillbilly, Oni. I'm also using his Deadlock perk. I thought that would synergize really nicely with Corrupt Intervention, having 2 gem block perks, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, Corrupt is a really good perk by itself. Maybe maybe Deadlock could replace Corrupt on certain kills. I don't know, but I still feel like Corrupt is always going to be the best gen stalling game perk. I've heard people try and label Corrupt a gen regression perk. Like, please, girl, you expand your vocabulary. It can't be regressing, it literally just pauses it. That's not regression. I can't wait for Deadlock to be called a regression perk too. His Totem perk, now that is something very interesting. I swapped it for Ruin because I was debating between Pop and Ruin. I typically these days play like Demogorgon, so I can move around fairly quickly. So Pop is great, but I don't know how I feel about whoop. It's so hard to control. Yeah, I don't know how I feel specifically about that. This Kate is a slippery bugger. And she's got all the way off over there. Oh boy. Now will she go through here? I don't think so. No. But I saw scratch marks, I think. The one thing I don't quite know about Deadlock is if it, say, like, every single survivor works on a gen, does that then mean that Deadlock will just pick a random generator with no progress to block, or not? I'm very curious about that. On paper, Deadlock sounds like it's a really good one. You know, because, let's face it, it's... Gen blocking is a really good way to stop gen rushing, right? That's why most people use Corrupt Intervention in the first place. But 30 seconds of... I guess like semi-random gen being blocked. I don't know. Is that truly useful? Theoretically, it's 30 seconds of game delay every single gen, but times that by what, like, by 5, I guess? No, not 5. What would be times by? Oh no, you got at least like maybe potentially a couple minutes of game delay through that perk, plus Corrupt Intervention's 2 minutes. I could imagine it being very, very powerful on stealth killers. Probably. Wow, didn't mean to do a horse neigh there, but yeah, I can imagine it being quite powerful on stealth killers, and already powerful killers like Nurse, like Spirit, like I don't know who. It could be good on Demogorgon too. I'd probably replace Bamboozle, which I usually use for thank you. Darn you, Claudette. Get on my hooks. But yes, I'd probably replace Bamboozle and Demogorgon for Deadlock. There's so many perks, and it's so hard to think of what's good and what's not. I'm not exactly like... I'm not Ots level, you know? I'm not Ottstarver, I'm not Scott Jund, I'm not Otofu, whatever. I've only been playing the game for like a few months now. I have 1,000 hours, and I feel like at least a couple hundred of those hours were just me with the game open and not actually playing. That's Mori Kate, because Kate was me. God, his Mori is so good. Bye, Kate. Bye-bye. Bye. See you never. I don't know where she went. I don't know if she got off the hook by herself, or if she, like, if Claudette rescued her. My plan here was to, like, detect Claudette on barbecue. And I was like, oh, well, no aura, so she must be relatively close by. But that was that match. That was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. I think Pinhead's really fun, but he needs buffs mainly on his main power to make him really good. I will see you next time.